Hey guys, what is going on? Pete on the beat here. The title of this video is Ped'S and carbohydrates. In this video I would like to share with you certain similarities that I see personally between carbohydrates and the performance enhancement drugs. In this particular video, when I say performance enhancement drugs, I'm talking about steroids, anabolic steroids and that kind of stuff. So before I start, I would like to mention that I do not try to offend nobody. I respect everybody's opinion, and I would like to also point out that I'm speaking from the perspective of someone who stays in ketosis probably 80% of the time during the year. So I would like to share with you guys how I see things after doing certain experiments with certain safe starches. And before I start, I would like to point out that I do not do any form of steroids. I'm completely natural. I train 100% natural. And on the other hand, the only performance enhancement drug that I use, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you right here, is coffee. And true to be told, I abuse the shit out of coffee. I ain't gonna lie. I try to get an organic types of coffee from Rainforest Alliance certified. Those brands are my favorite, but this is different topic and I will probably put another video and I'm gonna dedicate it for the coffee or whatever. So without further ado, let's move on to the main part of this video, which is performance enhancement drugs and carbohydrates. So basically what the performance enhancement drugs, this is obvious for a lot of people, but I would like to point out in order to make the proper connection with the carbohydrates and the other things that I'm about to say. So basically what they do is they enhance your performance. They give you the ability to be stronger, to lift heavier weights, to train with shorter rest periods, to do more intense workouts, to grow more. They create that anabolic environment, higher testosterone levels, which is really beneficial as long as for building muscle and being strong in general and that kind of stuff. And on the other hand, with all the good stuff and all the benefits, they have a lot of side effects. Different types of steroids have different side effects. Let's see how the things go as long as for the carbohydrates. The carbohydrates give you that insulin spike. This creates an anabolic environment. For me personally, carbohydrates give me the ability to train a lot harder. Not necessarily with shorter rest periods, but I definitely can up my intensity when I rely mostly on glycogen. I definitely lift heavier weights. I stay fuller and a lot more vascular, which is, I guess, something like a really good benefit as long as for the conditioning, as long as for bodybuilding. There is no doubt about it. Carbohydrates have some great benefits as long as for strength performance athlete, bodybuilders and that kind of stuff. On the other hand, as long as I know, a lot of the track and field athletes use carbohydrates in form of massive carb loads before the day of the competition. For example, something really crazy like 700 to 800 grams of carb backloading or carb nights. As long as I know, this is really common practice, especially for track and field athletes or sprinters. But on the other hand, for me personally and for a lot of people out there, with all of the good stuff, with all of the benefits, they have a lot of negative side effects. And they are not detrimental by any means, but when I do use carbohydrates, probably most of the carbohydrates, besides probably the only carbohydrate that I can handle relatively well, or at least a lot better than all of them other starches and even vegetables, is the white basmati rice. You probably already know this if you watch my other videos, and the only explication that I personally have for this is because it's probably the purest form of glucose that you can buy on the market, if it is toxic free and arsenic free, but this is whole another subject. Carbohydrates do increase my anxiety, have the ability to make me anxious, depressed. Carbohydrates do have the ability to put me in a bad mood on the next day. Carbohydrates do make me feel doubt about my success in general, which is something that is terrible. You can check this thing in the Napoleon Hill's Think Grow Rich. This is probably one of the top-notch self-improvement books or whatever. It's a bit old, but it's classic. You probably already know what I'm talking about. I try to avoid doubt by any means. On the other hand, I'm simply less satisfied, and For me, those are the side effects. But on the other hand, as I mentioned, carbohydrates do enhance my performance. So in the end of the day, as the conclusion of this video, before I wrap it up, I want to say this: I see the carbohydrates as a performance enhancement drug. I know it sounds really weird, I know it sounds goofy as fuck, I'm fully aware of this. I know a lot of people will disagree, I'll probably get a ton of negative comments under the video, but this is the reality for me. I have zero doubt about it. If I do eat carbohydrates most of the time, I will probably be able to do a lot more progress, as long as for my bodybuilding endeavors and gym performance and lifting or whatever. But if I do this, I'm fully aware that my cognitive performance will suffer, my mood will suffer, my happiness will suffer to a certain extent, and my overall satisfaction for life will suffer. What I mean by different carbs have different side effects. If I avoid the white rice and I probably do some other stuff for less than 1 week, I can develop a very negative mindset and very negative outlook for the whole world in general, which for me it's a massive side effect, and I would like to avoid this by any means. So okay guys, I would like to thank you for watching this video. If you find the video helpful or useful, please you can click on the thumbs up button down below. If you are interested in more videos like this one, or training videos and even Ped'S, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be so happy if you do this. I really try to put out content daily, so I'm wrapping it up for now. I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more. Peace, and I'm out.